guys, Cameron here. I am standing outside of a department store right now that is getting demolished. It's a really fascinating process to watch as machines rip into this concrete. And it's been only a few days, and you know, this was formerly a department store where I walked through. They sold washers, dryers, electronics, they sold all kinds of stuff. They had TVs, and you know, I've been in there many times, and just to see it completely ripped to shreds so quickly is just incredible. And it made me think of a period of my life that was a lot like this building, where I just felt like everything was getting demolished on me and just destroyed and ripped up. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about that, so hopefully I can provide some hope and encouragement and inspiration to you guys. So there was a time in my life, sometime back, when I lost everything that I kind of attached my identity to. I lost my job, which I loved very much. I lost a relationship that I cared deeply about. I lost my apartment. New ownership jacked the price way up, and I had to get out. And so, you know, everything just kind of came to a close all within a month. It was a super fast process, like the demolition of this building, where everything that I had attached myself to and everything that I had found security and stability in was just all of a sudden gone. And I was left kind of wondering what my sense of identity was in a completely different world with completely different responsibilities. And it was a really challenging time for me. And I asked a lot, like, why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Why would this happen to me? You know, what's the point? And in asking those questions, I did a lot of meditating because I had a lot of time, right? And I was essentially homeless and unemployed. So I had a lot of time to think, and I did some meditating, and I began to recognize, you know, some core things about myself that I actually valued, and those were my identity. Regardless of how my job changed, regardless of what happened with my relationship, regardless of what happened, you know, with my living situation, I was Cameron, and I was still the same, no matter what was going on around me. And the other thing that happened is all of that stuff getting cleared away made room for opportunities. It made room to say yes to new things that I couldn't have said yes to before. It made room for me to grow and change and expand. My character changed, my ideas changed, I learned new things, I met new people, I was able to have new opportunities. And you know, now I have a good living situation, I have an online business, you know, I'm doing things in a completely different way. And if I could just have seen, you know, where my life would be now, I wouldn't have been so down and out and so upset about all those things getting torn away, because I would have been able to see that they were creating space for new opportunities, and that Cameron, my own identity, was not dependent on all of that stuff. So the cool thing about this building being demolished is that it's not just being demolished because it's down and out and getting torn down and everything. They're actually clearing it out and doing some rebuilding to make space for a whole bunch of new stores, which I'm sure are going to perform so much better than the store they had in there. I actually never bought anything in the old department store. I walked through it a bunch of times. Never once did I buy anything. And the new stores that are coming in, I think I will be able to shop there, and they'll have things that I think are going to be different and new and exciting for me. So I just wanted to give you that sense of perspective, and I hope that's hopeful to you. It's not like, you know, I have this story where, oh wow, I hit this really hard time and now I'm on top of the world or anything like that. You know, things get broken, things get destroyed, things get torn down in my life regularly, you know, and I'm just noticing this pattern where I'm becoming more comfortable with that, because I know that new opportunities are going to come along and it's going to be okay. Ultimately, I'm still me at my core, and you are still you. The beautiful, awesome person that you are, regardless of what's going on around you or how much your life feels like it's crashing down, is still there. You're still rooted in your identity. And maybe it's time to take a little bit of time to figure out who you are, have some bigger perspective and say, hey, you know, this trial, it hurts right now. And that's not to minimize the trial. I mean, that time was really hard and I needed to grieve, and I'm still kind of getting over a lot of that time. But it's worth having some perspective and saying, okay, I'm gonna breathe a little bit. I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna be okay. You will be okay. And I hope this video was inspirational to you.